Ladies and gentlemen, healthy criticism here. Today we're going to try to figure out what in the world is Octopath. Wow, that pronunciation was disgusting. Octopath Traveler 2. It is the sequel to the first Octopath Traveler, if you haven't figured out yet. It is developed and published by Square Enix, and I just gotta say, there's a certain feeling that Square Enix developed games give me that makes you realize that you're actually playing a Square Enix game. It's hard to describe, it's hard to put a finger on it, but it just kind of feels how it feels. I don't know if it can be explained any better, but Octopath Traveler 2, this is yet another open world-ish RPG turn-based strategy game, kind of like Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy from the olden days. You have a party, you travel around the world, and you kind of take turns battling things that appear in your path. And I think there's a story attached to this as well. I'm not quite sure. Just kidding, there is. And it's actually pretty good. And it's all fully voice acted as well, which I really appreciate. It really adds to the immersion of the game and the overall quality of the feel as well. So before we get things started, I'm going to take a look at the settings here. And I'm going to explain what the gameplay mechanics of the game are. Here in just a second, you have some game options. You got text, voices. You can do Japanese or English, which is pretty cool. You got message speed, that if you play Pokemon, you know what that is. Just how fast the text appears. And you got some other stuff that you can change as well, which is pretty cool. I'm not going to save anything. Discard changes. And we have some graphics options. I'm going to play with my controller today. Frame rate limits. I don't know why this is, because I think it's because it's borderless. It doesn't really care. UI resolution, you got anti-aliasing, post-processing, shadows, and all that good stuff. Now, post-processing is pretty interesting, right? I'm going to launch this game. It's going to look, most likely it's going to look quite significantly different than what it may look like on your machine. I don't know what percentage of people actually apply this change, but you're going to notice it, and I'm going to point it out. But post-processing does not turn off in the settings. You have to figure it out by other means. And I'm going to put in the description exactly how to do it. You got shadows, textures, and effects, which is pretty cool. Nothing to see there. Master volume, voice, music, sound effects, and ambient sounds. Great. That's what a volume selection options menu should look like, which is pretty cool. Gamepad options, nothing to see there. If you've played other games, you kind of know that, you know, Y is the menu and X is the action menu. Cancel is B or sprint if you hold, and then confirm is A or select. Keyboard options, I haven't really looked at those because I don't play with a keyboard and mouse. And mouse options, pretty cool. Nothing to see there as well. So when you start a new game on this game, you're going to see this screen right here. So this screen will tell you what character to select. Now, I kind of like the stealth / assassin or whatever classes in these games. So I kind of selected this one. Keep in mind that although you can recruit every single character, and I am at the point of the game where I've recruited every single character in the game, you cannot change your primary character unless you beat all the chapters for that character. So I'm kind of stuck with this one. I somewhat regret it because there's other options that are a little bit more viable. However, it's not the worst class to have in your party. Each character in their class will offer you different bonuses. So this one at night gives you gives you some more skills for your characters. And Temenos, I can't quite remember what he does, but he does have an AoE light spell that is pretty cool. This guy is pretty good because his spells are like fire, electric, and ice, and they attack everybody on the enemy team, which is pretty cool. It's not a single target spell, but his ultimate does make it a single target spell, and I'm going to talk about the ultimates as well and the gameplay mechanics. But the dancer just coerces people from giving her what they have. It's very similar to the steal mechanic, but with the steal mechanic you have a certain percentage of success rate that is correlated to the level of your character and how strong the opponent is, or the villager or whatever. But this one, there's no percentage. It's either do or don't. And the higher level you are, the more people you can coerce into giving you your stuff, which is nice because you get a lot of items that you can sell, and then you come up with a lot of money. And money is hard to come by in this game, and it's really easily expendable. So do save it up. You got the merchant Particio, or whatever. He can purchase game items from other people, and then he has a business partner's spell. Other secret ability, which leverage your hired helper's talents to get a host of benefits, which I admittedly have not tried because I haven't played this character yet. Then you got Casti, which who is a healer, and you can heal outside of battle, which is pretty cool. And she has some other spells that can be very, very overpowered, but you can't use them very often. But that's the third member on my team. Obviously, I got the assassin and the mage and Casti. Now this guy right here, he is the warrior. He's really, really good. His class is quite overpowered, and although you do get a warrior subclass that you can equip for your companions, it doesn't quite do everything that this can do, because this can actually basically adopt every single skill in the game. So this class becomes a trade of all skills, and I think it's one of the most valuable classes in the world. I would have picked this guy over the assassin, quite honestly, but it really isn't the end of the world. The game is difficult, but it's not too difficult in the medium difficulty that I'm playing. In the beginning, there's a huge learning curve and a difficulty curve that you have to deal with, but you quickly get over that. And then you have the Huntress, or Chet. I went on Reddit, and I wanted to get ideas of what the best team is, and everybody was like, or Chet because of the howl, and then 3 other random people. Yeah, she does have a howl sometimes when she beats an enemy or captures a monster, but the main thing about this character is that she can capture monsters, and the stronger they are, the more damage they do, and they have different abilities, and it can be very, very useful to have those monsters, because most of them can attack everybody, but most of them can attack and apply a secondary status effect like poison or whatever. She is my 4th character in my party. So I'm going to continue here. I have played for 13 hours, as you can see there in the save file, and I'm quite far in the game right now. I'm in the process of doing the Casti side quest, and hopefully eventually we're going to get into a battle. So before we do that, I'm going to see the world map here. You can fast travel to different cities that you have visited, cities or villages. So like I can fast travel here, I can fast travel here, I can fast travel here, but I cannot fast travel to like a forest or something like that. That is like this one, for example, the ruffians hideout. Even though I cleared it, you cannot fast travel to that. Or this Flame Church Cathedral, you cannot fast travel to that either. Each city will give you the chapter of whatever you have to do. Actually, I don't think it's Casti that I'm doing the chapter for. It's I think somebody else. There's 2 chapters. Okay, there's 2 chapters too. I don't know how that works, but whatever. It's there. You can go. In the beginning, I started out of this city right here, the Brightlands New Delsta, and I was quite lost. Honestly, the navigation was a little bit more difficult to understand, but I'll try my best to explain it as best I can. So that's the world map. The journal here gives you the quest stories, and once you click it, it kind of gives you what the updates on it are. I don't go through every single one of them, but again, the game does a good job at kind of directing you towards the main mission objectives, but it doesn't really do a good job at explaining you what the side quests are. So like this one, for example, this is a side quest that I have to do in this city. Each city or area has its own side quest that you have to filter through. This one is called Sword Hunter and the Decaying Temple. And all you have to go by is, I can't believe that bastard, he stole my father's sword. He should be at the Decaying Temple in the Eastern Saillands, but what? I guess you go there and you find out, but the rest of them are not really as intuitive as that one. These are all the side quests here. So for this one, for example, culinary cunning, tingling meat, wanting recipe, making myself. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Like, you know, usually if you go around and you steal everything you can or talk to people to give you more information, you kind of get the item for the side quest, but you don't really know, and you have to kind of like check back with that person, or you can just Google the answer. That's pretty much what I've been doing. This is the inventory. A big mess, honestly. I don't really enjoy the inventory as much, but I'm not really in there as often as I would like to, because it's just a little bit confusing, honestly. So this is where you get all your weapons and all that stuff. There's no spell books or anything. There's just sword, dagger, axe, and bow, and spear, and whatever, the staff. This is the staff, the little magic wand or whatever. You have some shields, headgear, body armor, and all that good stuff. Admittedly, I will just do the auto equipment, which is not ideal, but it's a little bit faster. Let's see. I don't have that item. I need to get that item to equip. So you got some healing options. So my Casty is a healer, of course, and she can heal everybody in the party outside of battle. And now the Oswald has the subclass that Casty is for the main class. He can do it as well. The equipment here is how I change all the equipment. I just hit optimize, and then it'll optimize everybody. As you can see on the body armor there, it auto equipped the bone mail, which is the best one I have so far. Then I'm gonna do the same for everybody, and then obviously your Chet is the last one to get the best stuff. Jobs. This is the subclass menu, right? So this is where you equip the subclass for your characters. So my assassin has the inventor subclass, which adds a fair amount of bonus on the physical attacks and the defense and accuracy and everything, but it does take away a lot of health points. So my throne or assassin or whatever, she has very low HP because of that class, but at the same time, she can equip swords, daggers, and axes, as opposed to only being able to equip daggers for the thief primary class. They call them jobs. I like to call them classes. Secondary class, again, the inventor. For Oswald, I have the apothecary subclass equipped, which is the main class for Casty. Now, technically, now that I have Casty on my, now that I have the apothecary secondary class on my disposal, I don't really need Casty. I can just ditch her and get the warrior class or something. But as you can see here now, I have the warrior subclass equipped for Cast as well, and now she can also use swords, spears, and axes as opposed to only axes for the apothecary class, which is pretty nice. This guy, Oswald, can only use wands, but now with the apothecary class, he can also use axes, which is pretty nice. And then Chet doesn't really have a secondary class yet because she doesn't really need it, because with her versatility with the monsters that she can equip, so she can use bows and axes, and then she can summon a bunch of animals to do her bidding, and I'll show that in the battle here as well. This is the skills menu. This is where you can equip skills for your people. I'm going to equip that, and now that I equipped all of them, I can actually add the second bonus, support skill. Let's see, this guy's still at a 3,000 JP, so we're just going to go there, and I'm going to go equip support skills, and this one, receive an additional XP and GP after battles at night, equipping. Nice. I do need the extra XP, so that's pretty cool. If you have the thief in your party, definitely make sure that you're traveling at night, because you do get those bonus stats every time. We got some status here, and then miscellaneous for the settings and exiting. So I'm going to proceed to show you how to do stuff. So this is at night, right? So at night and during the day, your people have different skills that they can utilize. So during the day, I can steal, I can scrutinize, or I can inquire, which is 100% success rate. These are the same outcome. This one just a chance percentage, and this one is guaranteed. And then you have the provoke option, which battles the villager as well. And at night, I can ambush, so that knocks out your target. It has no repercussions whatsoever as far as your reputation goes in the village, but do keep in mind that in the villages, if you fail to perform an action more than 4 times, then your reputation goes down. You cannot interact with any of the people. You have to pay 3,500 gold or leaves, as the currency is in this game, to restore your reputation. But keep in mind that everything is going to be more difficult to perform, so maybe scum saving would be of interest for you in this case. I haven't done it yet, but you can do it, is what I'm saying. So my thief can assassinate or ambush and knock out. This one can mug. It also robs the person. It's the same as the thievery skill. This one is soothes. I still haven't understood what it does. It brings people back if they're sick, but I just don't know if doesn't administer a townsperson and soothe what ails them, allowing them to rest. Yeah, use a specific item to heal their hurts. I don't know. You can revive NPCs when it's like a mission or whatever, but other than that, I don't know what it does. And then befriend. You can befriend a person and they can follow you and you can summon them into battle for up to, I believe, 9 times. Or it says right here, you can summon them 9 times. Or if I go, let's see, find somebody else. I can't. He's too high level. Wow, I need to bring that guy with me as soon as possible. Before you mug this person, it shows you you're gonna get Feather Mantle, Silver Shield, and Olive of Life. Olive of Life revives and fully heals a downed teammate. Alright, we're going to proceed here. I'm at nighttime, right? And I want to be at nighttime because I do get those extra bonuses at nighttime. So this guy is guarding this. I think I have already knocked this person out, but I'm going to knock him out again because I want to go inside and see if I actually... Yep, I did take everything. So he's going to come back to life. Don't worry about him. This is how you save the game. It does auto-save every time you transfer areas, but you have to save if you want to load back into the game, which is quite an archaic save style, I would say. I'm not a fan of it, but it's here to stay. Can't do anything about it. So finally, we're going to get into battle, and I'm going to explain everything the best I can. So you have your enemies have a shield icon, a blue shield next to their under their model there. So that means you need to hit them 2 times, or however many times the number is on the shield, with their weakness points, with their weakness weapons, in order to break them and stun them. So a broken enemy will not attack when it's their turn next. You get 2 turns in advance to attack the enemy, and then when they recover, they attack automatically. And when they are broken, they do take a lot more damage. So it is in your best interest to unload your most powerful attacks when that enemy is broken. There is no health bar. That's my biggest gripe about that game, that there is no health bar, which is quite annoying personally for me. But what happens instead is when you see the enemy I have selected is Giant Scorpion. So as they take damage, it's going to turn orange and then it's going to turn red, and that's how you know that the enemy is close to dying. So that's kind of how you know. So since I'm at night, if you look on the top right of my screen, you're going to see all the my teammates, their SP and their HP and their BP. So BP is the battle points. Battle points is how many times you can charge an attack to make it attack twice if it is a basic attack with a weapon, or if it's a spell, it just becomes a little bit more powerful. Or if it's an animal summon, it doesn't actually attack more than once, it just becomes more powerful. So what I want to do is I want to stun these guys as fast as possible, right? So I'm going to stun them. I'm going to break them right there. Orchid, not Horchet, sorry. This is how she can either attack with the bow or the axe. We're going to do a single axe attack on this enemy, and then this guy can attack. Let's see, he will attack once with the axe, and it's not a weakness point for that. I should have stunned the other enemy right there. Let's see, I'm gonna stun this guy to break him, so I'm gonna have to deal with less headaches. And then let's see, is this, yep, that's a weakness. That's pretty cool. And then the staff is not a weakness, and then maybe the bow is a weakness. It is not a weakness. Maybe a sword is a weakness. It is not a weakness, so probably a spear is what's the weakness. Okay, so now that we've built up a little bit of a battle points, she's poisoned. Well, of course she is. You have a latent power. or Latin power, whatever, however you pronounce it. So a Latin power gives you a bonus that you can perform for that character. So each character has their own Latin power, which is unique to their main class. So the secondary class does not matter. I'm gonna activate that, and I'm gonna see on the bottom right, it will give you a definition of what it does. So when you activate it, it says act twice in a single turn. Doesn't matter how many battle points you have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attack. I don't want to attack twice. I want to use a thief skill. So I have a few thief skills here with the thief. You have steal, darkest night, HP thief, surprise attack, swift step, armor corrosive, and shackle foe. Each one is its own unique skill. The surprise attack skill does do a lot of damage, so I want to do that one on this guy right here. As you saw, it was kind of a 2-hit KO because it had been attacked before. And now that I attacked, since I enabled my latent power, I can attack again. So what I want to do is I want to do a thief skill, and I'm probably going to do an HP thief so I can steal some HP back. And now I'm back at full health, but then the poison kind of brought me back. Alright, so we're Chet back with the Hunter. This is a little bit unique. So when you activate the latent power, you unlock the animal instinct, and when you boost them at level 3, which is the maximum boost that you can do, they do a lot of damage. So Beastly Fangs does a single highly powerful attack on an enemy. Howl, it reduces the element defense of all foes and reduces their shield points, which is pretty nice, but only by 1 point, so keep that in mind. And unleash a powerful physical attack on all foes right there. So I'm not going to use that right now because I don't need to waste it. Instead of what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Beast Lore, and you have two options here. You can provoke an attack with all the animals that you have caught, or you can capture and then take that animal on with you. You can only have up to 5 or 6 animals, so any extra animal that you capture, you actually literally cook into jerkies that give you bonuses, which is pretty fucking dope. And what I'm going to do is, I don't want to capture that. She has a 25% chance of capturing a defeated monster. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provoke, right? I'm going to provoke ×3 because you cannot transfer battle points to the next battle. So it needs a spear, right? Or an axe. I'm going to use my... Let's see... Let's do the somersault. It's an axe. It'll contribute to the vulnerability, but it will kill them instead. That's like half of what I need to go over for the battle. As you can see, the main points that you have to worry about, though, is the battle points. You can boost the attack and make it do more damage. Let's take a look at some of the voice acting here.
Over there.
Found you. You move fast, girl.
Shh. Quiet. That way.
Hey.
Please help me. I can't move.
Don't move. I'm coming. It'll be all right.
Hurry. Before it gets back.
You're gonna get the idea. Is it the best voice acting in the world? No. Is it serviceable? More than serviceable. It's absolutely fine for a game this caliber. It's perfect. I wouldn't worry about it. So the things you have to worry about in the game are the battle points, which is the boost of your attacks, staggering the enemies or breaking them, and you can do more damage to them, and they can't attack back, and I'm gonna take them out a little bit faster. You have your spell points or SP. I think it's spell points. It's kind of like a mana bar that doesn't regenerate unless you use items or you level up, or you have a passive where if you break an enemy, your SP regenerates to full, which is, I know, it's a support ability that Casti has as an apothecary. I think it's a magnificent one, which is pretty nice. You can get that passive in the apothecary subclass, which is something that you have to consider. So I'm going to skip that. And I want to get to more battles here so I can explain a little bit more of what is to be expected. Now, you do want to explore as much as you can in this game because there's going to be chests everywhere. Every fucking where. There's going to be chests galore up in this bitch. So, is it all useful? Not really. Is it good to have? Absolutely. So I showed you what the beast lore is and the latent power for this lady. You can summon the person that you have enthralled with your treats, or you can use hunter skills, which I rarely use, in order to be honest with you. I don't really use them quite at all, but they can be quite useful. So kind of go through them and decide for yourself. What I want to do here is provoke with my snow yak, because they are all vulnerable to ice, and my snow yak is pretty cool. Now we're going to do scholar skills here. We got the fireball, and the fireball is going to break every single opponent here, which is pretty nice. And then we're going to attack with my thief, do a little bit of damage. And now we have the apothecary here, Casty. So her latent power, I forgot to talk about Oswald's latent power, but I'm going to talk about that next. Her latent power allows her to concoct without using up material. So what is concoct, right? Medical concoction is this. You can do either a hazardous concoction or a medical concoction, which can heal or do other bonuses for your people. And then the more boost you have, the more items that you can concoct, right? When you use her latent power, obviously you don't use any of the materials, and you can do the hazardous ones. Some of them can be quite devastating, right? So for example, this one, it deals dark base damage, light base damage, or poison base damage, wind base damage. I don't know why I said poison. It's green, probably, that's why. So I can use 3 of them and attack these guys here, and it's not going to use any of that item, which is crazy. Now do keep in mind that latent power does take a little bit of time to regenerate, so don't waste it unless you have to, right? And then her apothecary skills are pretty respectable. They're not crazy, but they are respectable. So this one is my favorite one. It unleashes a powerful axe attack on a single foe and nullify their status, ailments, and enfeebling effects. I haven't seen that word before. The more you nullify, the more potent the attack is. So these guys don't have any positive stats, so I'm not going to use it, but you get the idea. You got Poison Axe, and you got Sweeping Cleave. I'm going to do that so I can attack every single enemy. And here we have Oswald's latent power, which is the latest one in my party, but obviously not the least, because there's 3 or 4 more characters that you can equip. So when you activate that power, it tells you on the bottom, you focus spells on a single target, but with raised potency. So when you have one boss fight left on the screen, that's when you can use it. You can also use apothecary skills with this one as well. Actually, no, you cannot. You can only use scholar skills. You can use apothecary skills if you have the cleave, I believe. I'm not sure. But for now, I'm just going to use a scholar fire, and it's going to probably kill both enemies. Yeah, he does a lot of damage on these low level enemies. It's not even a problem, really. So I'm going to go here on the old campsite, danger level 16, but I'm level 23-ish, I believe, so I should be fine. Let's see what this cave has to give us. 17, it shouldn't be too bad. It should just also be a breeze. But there's going to be a boss fight in the end who's going to fuck me right in the ass, and I'm here for it. Absolutely here for it. Still nighttime. So at nighttime, again, I get the bonus passive points, and I get the revealing of a weakness. So I can do this. I can do my scholar. I'm going to attack him with an ice spell. And then Beast Lore, you can attack with your ice spell. And then, yeah, let's find out if a sword is... No, it's not. Let's see if an axe... I'm actually going to do the Sweeping Cleave. And it was. That's beautiful. So now I'm going to use my axe and damage that. Right there. Scholar skills, we're going to do the ice attack. Whoa, 700. Yeah, it does do a lot more damage. Busted like that, and the bow attack to finish it off. And wow, Oswald is 400 XP away from getting a level. That's kind of criminal if you ask me, but I want to get to the next... Ooh, there's a chest. I just want to get to the end of this mission so I can wrap up the video. But for the most part, I've kind of shown everything that there is about the game. I want to try and flee. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to flee this one because it's going to be an easy battle. They do counterattack. So we're going to provoke with my Snow Yak. There we go. Almost dead. And then my Oswald, he's going to flame mignon them. And they're all dead. Whenever you see them. Okay, I'm going to leave these people alone. I'm going to save, and then I'm going to go into the boss fight, which is an inevitability. I do want to heal first before I go in there. I'm going to... Actually, yeah, just one person needs healing. That's our Chet. Oh, okay. That's a random encounter right before the boss fight. Let's see if I can flee this. Yes, I can. Oh, there's not exactly right before the boss fight, but... Here we go. Show me the monster. There it is. Holy shit, that's a big one. I hope he doesn't summon people, but yeah, let's figure it out. So we're gonna do the surprise attack and see if he's vulnerable to daggers. He is not. We're gonna do the beast lore. We're gonna provoke with let's see. We're gonna provoke with the axe. He's got to be okay. There's one of them. What I can do with my Scholar is the spell that analyzes a foe, and it gives me one of their weakness. Light is not going to be very useful, in all honesty, because I don't have any light attacks, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is Poison Axe, since he's vulnerable to axes. Oh man, that's a lot of damage. Okay, he's got 2 negatives. What I'm going to do is I'm going to attack with my sword and see if he's vulnerable to swords. He is not vulnerable to swords. Okay. No swords. It is a spear though. Yep, so I'm going to attack with my spear and breaking. I'm going to do latent power, enemy. Actually, I need one more boost before it becomes effective. So what I'm going to do is in a beast lore, untamable, can I capture it? Let's see if he's allergic to electricity. He is not allergic to electricity. That's unfortunate. And I'm waiting for the 3rd dot on this one. I'm not going to use my latent power yet, but I also do want them to be stunned in order to do a little bit more damage. So what I'm going to do is... Actually, you know, I'm going to heal or check, because why not? Because health is very important in this game. Okay, he's still stunned, which is pretty great. And what I want to do is Apothecary skills again, and I want to poison this motherfucker. Stay poisoned, bitch. Okay, latent power, I'm going to do thief skills, and I'm going to do surprise attack. Even though it's not a weakness, it will do 3,500 damage. That's that's respectable for sure. Thief skills, let's see if he's allergic to dark power. He absolutely fucking is allergic to dark power. Yes. Okay, I'm going to do the beast, animal instincts, single attack. That should do 4,000 easy. 37. That's not bad. He should at least be orange by now. Apothecary skills. So he was not allergic to lightning. I don't know if he's allergic to ice or fireball. It might pay off to do one more analyzing and see if there's another spell that he's allergic to, but I'm going to do the fireball because I believe in the heart of the cards. Okay, so it's got to be bull, right? 7. Okay, so this is where my latent... I don't want to do it yet. I want to do it later. So let's see, warrior. We're gonna do a sword attack on random foes. I don't want to do a sword attack because he's not allergic to swords, but I am gonna do a piercing attack. Okay, there's one. Let's see. I will do a axe attack here, or unless thief skills. Should I do this one or surprise attack again? I'm gonna do surprise attack again because he does do a lot of damage. Nah, I didn't do that much damage this time. I can't remember if bow was... I don't think I used the bow attack, did I? Let's see if it is. No, it is not. I'm gonna do another analysis. I need to know. I need to know what the other weakness is, and it's ice. I should have done the ice attack. I knew it. Alright, you know what? I won't let him down. Here's some ice attack. And I have the yak as well, who can do the ice... What the fuck just happened? What? He took my teammate. Okay. Yak attack. He's gonna have a yak attack. There you go. And she's gonna use the icicle, which is pretty nice. Can we have thrown back? I don't... Oh my god, he's putting everybody in there. I am cooked. Okay, do I have to stun him? Do they lose? I don't know. I don't know how to get him back. Oh man, this is gonna be quite intense. Okay, I will break you. Because I kind of... Okay, so when I break him, I get him back. That's pretty good to know. I want to do a hazardous one, but I kind of want to use it... Kind of using to stun him quickly again, so I'm not gonna use my latent power in this one. I'm not gonna boost either. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to heal my main character here. She's healed, and now we got Oswald again. We're just gonna do a standard axe attack. Should I summon? I'm gonna summon the Octopus Enthusiast. Fuck it. He does a double attack. That's pretty good. Thief skills. I'm gonna save it until she has 3 attacks. Alright, latent power. Never mind, I'm gonna do a spear attack. Let's keep it simple. Okay. Okay, 9. Fuck me then. Cool. Let's do a hazardous one. Let's do the light. And let's just hit it. 4, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do 2 here, and hopefully I can break him again soon. Yep, he's broken. Alright, cool. So let's do hunter skills. You know what? No, I'm just gonna do beast lore. I cannot capture again, I forgot. I want to do... I don't want to cheer on either. Alright, let's do somersault. This does a lot of damage. Yep. So he should be in the red now. I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna save her because she's gonna be using the abilities there. Warrior skills. Fuck it, I'm gonna do 3 attacks. Thief skills. Surprise attack. Oh my god, he's gotta be almost dead. There's no fucking way. And let's see. I can't summon, never mind. I will do... Let's do lightning damage. That didn't do shit. Alright, guy. Help me out here with the fireball. I mean, the ice ball. Blizzard attack. Oh, please. Oh, 9. God damn it. Okay, that's a miss. That's pretty good. Yeah. We're gonna do a double attack so I can get him close to breaking again soon. Another one. I'm gonna do beast lore. Fuck it. I'm gonna provoke with my Kingfisher. I was hoping that would have killed him, but I guess not. Okay, the Octopus Enthusiast fled. That's nice of you. Okay, there it is. Finally beat it. It was not the most difficult boss that I fought. The boss before this one was a lot more difficult, but I'm also higher level, so that kind of helped a lot. And the other boss fight actually summoned soldiers summoned twice, actually. And there was a chance that they wouldn't hear his call. And the third time, they didn't hear his call. So that was pretty clutch, and I was able to beat him. And I'm going to heal everybody here. And that's pretty much most about the game, if not all of it. You're going to have to kind of figure out which party works best for you and enlist the best party possible. I think this is a solid party, especially now that Casti has the warrior subclass. I can attack with more than just the axe that she had, with the sword and the spear as well. And she's actually my only spear attack aside of the spear attacks that the monsters can do for Urchet. And Urchet really is a walking, talking, versatile beast. So add her to your repertoire as soon as possible. But yeah, there you have it. That's about 40 minutes of a video. That should be enough. And I'm gonna wrap it up here. I hope you found this useful and hope to see you in the next one. Peace.